Hey, hi, hello, my name is Wasabi, and today I want to talk about TikTok. So over the past week or so, you've probably already seen the clips floating around on YouTube or Instagram or probably actually TikTok itself, but it has to do with the congressional hearing that went over where Congress tried to grill and roast the representative for TikTok and try to give him questions that were supposed to get to the underlying problem, whereas, oh, is TikTok collecting our data? They're doing shady practices and all this other shit. And in the end, it just resulted in shit like this.
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the.
So if I have
question.
TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Okay, I'd appreciate it if you can answer that.
See, it's questions like these that make people look at least in my generation or younger, they look at that and be like, what the fuck, man? Can y'all not at least do like a couple seconds of research to at least, I don't know, educate yourself and be able to pose a better question? Because yes, well, I think a lot of people can kind of understand where he was trying to go with the question, and he tried to elaborate further, which is, hey, if TikTok connects to, let's say, my Wi-Fi, is it able to snoop on the data and check out all my personal, deep, dark, hidden secrets on any device just because it's connected to my Wi-Fi network itself? That's, I think, is where he was trying to go, and that's kind of where he was alluding to. But when you ask something like, can TikTok connect to the my home Wi-Fi network? Yes. Yes, yes, it can. If you give it access to connect to your goddamn Wi-Fi, you put in your credentials, it is connected to your Wi-Fi. Yes, it hurts seeing shit like this. It really does. And then that's not even where it is. There's more shit just like this.
And you say with 100% certainty that TikTok does not use the phone's camera to determine whether the content that elicits a pupil dilation should be amplified by the algorithm? Can you tell me that?
We do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users. We do not. The only face data that you will get, that we collect, is when you use the filters to have, say, sunglasses on your face. We need to know where your eyes are. And
why do you need to know what the eyes are if you're not seeing if they're dilated?
I would just stop it real quick right there. That is the sign of someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're asking. Dog, why the fuck are you why are you asking about the dilation fucking eyesight? Like, I get it because he's trying to reference the background portrait of the trends that people do. Oh, can the TikTok camera see the dilation and see maybe something's fucked up? And if it's fucked up, then we're going to promote this more in the algorithm. Oh, their eyes look bloody shot red. All right, the TikTok algorithm must be promoting that more because the camera can see the red pupils in the eyes. They're going to see little red lines going there. And God, we got to promote that. That is essentially, and I could be wrong, but that is essentially what he is trying to imply, is that the TikTok camera app can look at someone's eyes, and depending on if they're dilated or not, or you look hungover or faded or whatever case you might want to say, that the app is going to be more likely inclined to promote you because it's a bad trend, it's dangerous, and that's what get clicks and views. So the algorithm is going to be like, oh shit, all right, we're going to push that out. Again, a very stupid way to present your question. I can kind of see where they're trying to go, which is, does TikTok as an app and as an algorithm promote harmful trends, challenges, all that? Is the algorithm doing that on its own? This whole nonsense asking about camera eye dilation and bullshit like that is just, it's absurd. You're like a fucking moron, dog.
And that data is stored on your local device and deleted after use if you use it for facial. Again, we do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users.
I find that hard to believe. It's our understanding that they're looking at the eyes. How do you determine what age they are then?
We rely on age gating as our key age assurance.
Age
gating, which is when you ask the user what age they are. We have also developed some tools where we look at their public profile to go through the videos that they post to see whether...
Well, that's creepy. Tell me more about that.
It's public. So if you post a video, you choose that video to go public, that's how you get people to see your video. We look at those to see if it matches up the age that you talked about.
Man asked TikTok, how do they know the age of someone, and they give a great answer because it's honestly the truth and how any social media platform works. But the man is like, well, gosh darn it, that's damn creepy. How you know the damn age of these damn children on the app? Well, it's because they ask, and people aren't really, more times than not, people don't lie about their age. So especially kids, they don't know any better, so they're just going to put their age on there. So it shouldn't come to a surprise that TikTok knows the age of their public users because it's called public for a reason. It shouldn't come at really any surprise. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, any platform collects your age, and it's easy to tell what your age is, especially if you make your profile public. And yeah, again, another L from Congress with another terrible question, especially with a comment saying, that's creepy. Just shows how tech illiterate that man is.
Well, and as was pointed out by Chairwoman Rogers, you have regular contact with Chinese Communist Party Secretary, Mr. Zhang Fuping, who is your boss at ByteDance, correct?
No.
No.
No, he's
Interesting.
neither my boss, nor do we have frequent contact.
But you have regular contact with ByteDance,
With the CEO of ByteDance.
who is Mr. Zhang Fuping is the
He's not.
editor-in-chief.
He's not
My
the CEO.
colleague, Representative Burgess, a few minutes ago exposed that TikTok and ByteDance share legal teams. You confirmed this, correct?
Our general counsel is
Yes.
an
Yes or
American lawyer,
Yes.
veteran of Microsoft.
Also, my
many years.
colleague, Representative Latta, confirmed that your parent company, ByteDance, currently can access user data. Yes?
We have to be more
Yes.
specific.
Yes.
After
You
Project
say-
Texas, no.
I'm not asking after Project Texas, I'm asking now. Yes.
Some user data is public data, Congresswoman, which
So
means
you confirm
everybody
that.
can search
What's
for it on the
interesting to
internet.
me,
Kind of defeats the purpose of having a congressional hearing when you just interrupt the person that keeps on speaking and trying to give you answers to the questions you ask. When you say yes, 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 give me answers. Yes, you better say yes. That's not a hearing. That's kind of like a shut up and do as I say. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not trying to be the Captain Planet of social media apps. I'm not trying to go and save TikTok. I'm not trying to defend them either. If you've seen previous videos I've made, then you know my stances. I think TikTok's terrible. I think it's successful. I don't really think anything good comes from that platform at all. But on the same token, for everything TikTok does, it happens on other social media apps as well too. What we should be fighting for is a privacy act or a privacy data bill that prevents any social media app from collecting our data, not just TikTok. Trying to put a band-aid on the problem and banning TikTok is not going to solve the problem that other apps still have in America. So this doesn't really solve any problems at all. You are instead just putting a band-aid on a gigantic wound that is never going to be closed up because we never fight for any form of data privacy at all. Our data and privacy has pretty much all went down the window for years, and no one has ever fought for it ever again. And when we do have something that kind of fights for it, is something like this, which doesn't actually solve anything. It's more like, hey, all these fuckers are stealing data. We don't have access to it. Oh, that's fucked up. Well, you know what? Let's get rid of them, because if we can't have it, no one can. You might hate to hear it, but that's pretty much a summary of this. I don't know how many of y'all remember when Mark Zuckerberg was having to talk in front of Congress about the same issues with Facebook and how it was pretty much another shitstorm where no one actually understood technology at all. And it's pretty much the same shit that happened here. But you know what? Let me show you a clip from when Mark Zuckerberg was in the hot seat.
How many data categories do you store? Does Facebook store on the categories that you collect?
Senator, can you clarify what you mean by data categories?
There's some past reports that have been out there that indicate that Facebook collects about 96 data categories for those 2 billion active users. That's 192 billion data points that are being generated, I think, at any time from consumers globally. So how many does Facebook store out of that? Do you store any?
Senator, I'm not actually sure what that is referring to.
Hey, you know what? Because I'm feeling good, I'm going to share one more. This is from when Google's CEO was talked to by Congress.
Move from here and go over there and sit with my Democrat friends, which will make them real nervous. Does Google track my movement? Does Google, through this phone, know that I have moved here and moved over to the left?
Not by default. There may be a Google service which you've opted in to use, and if
So Google knows that I am moving over there. It's not a trick question. You know, you make $100 million a year, you ought to be able to answer that question. Does Google know through this phone that I am moving over there and sitting next to Mr. Johnson? It's yes or no.
I won't be able to answer without looking at
You can't say yes or no.
without knowing more details.
Yes or no?
I genuinely don't know without knowing
I'm
what
shocked you
services.
don't know. I think Google obviously does.
One thing you might have noticed from watching all of these clips is that Congress has a short fuse. They have a very short temper. They refuse to let you explain anything at all. Every answer has to be yes or no, when in reality, that is not how life works. And every time you start to see one of the CEOs try to explain something, they're like, no. It is yes or is it no? I ain't gonna hear nothing else. You gonna tell me yes or no? And then when they try and explain it more, it's like, how can you not answer this? And when they're clearly trying to do that. Now, I also want to mention that I am aware of the Restrict Act, which is going to be the bill that gets passed to ban TikTok, and that there's a lot of other things that are involved with it, but I am not really knowledgeable when it comes to laws or the bills. So instead of me trying to read through the mumbo jumbo and act like I am knowledgeable in that subject, I'll just refer you to Legal Eagle, who's probably going to make a video on it within the next couple days. So just stay a lookout for his channel, and I guarantee it would be way better versus anything that I could say talking about that bill. It's very sad when you watch things like this, because again, it just shows you that these are people who try and believe that they know best for society and for the people who live under them, and that they're supposed to be for the people, but they can't even do their due diligence and at least get research done, or at least get a third party who has some form of knowledge in terms of technology. As you can tell, these people don't understand even the basics of how to unlock their phone or how tracking works, when in reality is pretty clear and obvious to anyone who at least has been born within the past 20 to 25 years. So yeah, it's sad to watch this. I hope that maybe one day in the future, when more people, maybe my generation or below, gets older and they take place, that maybe we'll have some more, I don't know, educated folks that know technology and can ask real questions. But in the meantime, we will continue to see shit storms like this and just shake our heads and wonder why this is still happening. Anyways, you made this far into the video, consider giving a like, subscribing to the channel, leave me a comment below what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.